Welcome to my channel. I am Leonardo Pagatore. With a Master of Science in Business Administration and deep insights into the world of major corporations and emerging businesses, I am here to convey the unvarnished truth about power and psychology. In this video series, we will delve into the dark depths of Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power, a book that shows you how to survive and thrive in a world full of subtle psychological games. But before we begin, let me ask you, have you ever felt unseen despite all your efforts and talents? Do you see others seemingly climbing the career ladder effortlessly? You are not alone. The world is a battlefield, and only the smartest survive. Stay tuned, because this video will radically change your perception. Today, we start with the first law: never outshine the master. This law is deeply rooted in human psychology and reveals the dark side of hierarchy. People at the top are often driven by insecurity and fear. They protect their status with tooth and claw and tolerate no one who threatens their power. The first law teaches us that those above us are often much more sensitive and vulnerable than they appear. If you outshine them, they feel threatened and see you as a danger. Your talents and ambition could quickly make you the target of their hostility. Imagine you are the most capable employee in your company, full of brilliant ideas and tireless energy. But instead of being rewarded, you are held back, your suggestions ignored, and your successes downplayed. Why? Because you are challenging your boss's status and bringing their insecurities to the surface. The art is to use your abilities to enhance your boss, rather than threaten them. Let me tell you a story. In a mid-sized company, there was an outstanding employee named John. John was a visionary, regularly presenting groundbreaking ideas. But his boss, Mr. Smith, increasingly felt threatened by John. Instead of promoting John, Smith began sabotaging his ideas and marginalizing him. John realized the dark truth. He had outshone his boss. He changed his strategy, praised his boss's achievements, and highlighted his boss's ideas. The result? Smith felt more secure, and John was able to advance his own career without further obstacles. To truly understand this law, we need to examine the psychological mechanisms behind it. People in power are often plagued by deep insecurities. These insecurities stem from the fear of losing control. They know their position is constantly being challenged, and any threat, no matter how small, becomes a potential risk. Insecurity and fear. Your boss may appear strong and confident on the outside, but internally, they may struggle with fears regarding their position. Every brilliant idea and every success of yours is perceived as an attack on their authority. Threat to authority. If you showcase your talents and successes too obviously, your boss feels directly threatened. They might think you are trying to take their position or push them into the background. Power games. In such an environment, power games become the norm. Your boss will try to keep you down to secure their own position. These games can be subtle or overt, but the goal is always the same: to protect their own status. Here are some strategic tips on how to apply this law wisely and thoughtfully. Understand your boss's insecurities. Recognize that people at the top are often driven by fear and insecurity. Every person has their weaknesses and vulnerabilities. Identify these and be mindful of them. Protect their status. Highlight your boss's achievements and ensure they feel secure and validated. Simple acknowledgement of their accomplishments can work wonders. Demonstrate subtle brilliance. Show your abilities without directly competing with your boss's achievements. Be smart in the way you present your successes. Build a manipulative relationship. Use psychological intelligence to build a strong but controlled relationship with your boss. Show interest in their goals and support them to foster a positive and productive working relationship. But be warned, this law must be applied with caution. If you are too obvious in highlighting your boss's achievements, it can be perceived as flattery or even manipulation. People are sensitive to insincerity, and if they recognize your true intentions, you could achieve the opposite and lose their trust. Here are some additional strategic tips to apply this law discreetly and effectively. Show genuine interest. Show genuine interest in your boss's goals and achievements. Authenticity is key to not being perceived as a manipulative flatterer. Subtle recognition. Acknowledge your boss's successes in a subtle and casual manner. A simple compliment in a meeting can often be more effective than exaggerated flattery. Balance. Find the right balance between recognition and independence. You should not appear overly subservient, but as a competent and trustworthy MP. The art of power requires a deep understanding of human weaknesses and motivations. Here are some advanced strategies to master the law. Ego management. Every person, especially those in power positions, has an ego that needs to be nurtured. Learn how to stroke your boss's ego without losing your own dignity. Strategic modesty. Show modesty in your achievements. Let your actions speak for themselves without directly emphasizing them. This reduces the risk of being perceived as a threat. Manipulative support. Find ways to promote your boss's goals while pursuing your own interests. This creates a win-win situation where your boss sees you as an indispensable ally. In summary, never outshine the master is a law that reveals the dark, often invisible forces of human psychology and social dynamics. It is about using power wisely and strategically to survive in a hostile environment. In the next video, we will discuss the second law. Never put too much trust in friends, learn how to use enemies. A topic that illuminates the deepest psychological instincts and strategies. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and activate the bell to not miss any more insights. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Let's embark on this journey together. Until next time, stay strong, stay powerful.